Good afternoon and welcome to this quiet and sacred space for you and me to relax, to chill, to rebalance, to recharge, and reconnect within. So join me in taking some nice, deep, and gentle breaths. Being conscious of your breath. If you feel that you are just shallowly breathing, allow yourself to bring your breath all the way down to your tummy button. Push that tummy out and in as you breathe. Just gently breathing, being with you. We're not used to this. Just being with yourself, getting to know you. Be conscious of the tension that you feel on your out breath. Just breathe it out. Just being aware of the incoming breath filled with oxygen to nourish your cells, and the crystalline light atoms that nourish your light body, your divine self, consciousness, who lives within you. Always has done, but we have forgotten. For a reason, because we wanted to experience humanity. All the sensations, all the suffering, the vulnerabilities, the compassion. But we're coming to the end of this time. And we know this because we can feel now what is happening. And we don't have to be having been a teacher and knowing all about energy, like myself for the past 30 years. That's not necessary. You can be just awakening, just realizing, feeling into the world. It's going crazy. And what do we feel when we allow ourselves to sit back and feel? So if you're in a position not to be disturbed for a little while, just follow your breath and allow yourself to sink deeper into yourself. Just laying back, surrendering to you, to your magnificent self. Imagining relaxing into you, going deeper and deeper into the core of you. I like to imagine this is around my tummy button. For one reason only. When I was born, it is the navel that I started growing from nothing. So I can imagine as I grew bigger, the navel, the tummy button, remains the core seed of me, the seed of love my parents bore. You can imagine a throne in this space, this sacred space, a throne that you can sit on and feel into this space of silence, of love. Feel the love. It's like you are enveloped in divine presence, your divine presence, just part of you, because you are body, mind, and spirit. Just allowing all of you, human and divine, and all aspects of you, all the lives you've ever lived, all coming back to this now moment, allowing all of you to come together in one harmonious alignment. Feeling vibrant, well, balanced. And from this throne, from this sacred space of silence that you are, feel into the uncertainty that you do feel in your body. I felt it really big this morning as England came again with more restrictions. The uncertainty that the world offers humanity. The emotions that you feel in your tummy. Feel these feelings. Own them. Embrace them like a mother embracing the child. You can also maybe feel the flutter in the throat and heart area as uncertainty seems to grow so big that we really question what to do. How are we going to change all this? How are we going to get out of this? Because if you're following me, you'll know that it's time for self-governance. It's time for the governments and systems built on corruption and greed and control that we've all been part of. It's time for them to collapse. But how is it all going to happen? What do we have to do? Well, one thing is for sure we can do. The first thing, in this sacred space, feel the uncertainty, own it. And see it for what it is. Acknowledge it, that this feeling is the lack of survival, of living, of knowing, the fear of death, the fear of being alone, having nothing. Uncertainty. It's real, this fear that's being played out. And we put on the masks and distance ourselves from each other and isolate ourselves because we're being told that this is how to go beyond, to get rid of the virus and once again have a happy ending. But my friends, it's not going to end. This is the start of the collapse of humanity. And it is up to you and me to stand up for our sovereign birthright of being free and having authority over ourselves. But yes, we are in this position. We feel the uncertainty. Just allow it to be. And there's nothing you can do to change it, except accept it, embrace it, and allow divinity, your love, now, your embrace, to dissolve the feeling of uncertainty, of emotional terror, panic. Just be there for yourself. If you're religious, you can imagine God is loving you, loving the fear. But God is not separate from you. He is not out there. He is within you. You are God also, all-powerful and magnificent. But we forgot. It's time to remember. It's time to awaken. And as we embrace this uncertainty, we can allow our all-powerful knowing to intuit what's really going on. You can allow yourselves to know that the game being played out, dark team, are showing up. They're resurfacing everywhere. They're trying to steal the light the love of humanity. They know it's the end of their days. They know it, and we know it. But what's happening now is we are experiencing this end of time. So we have to be grateful for them, for what they're doing, because it's giving us the experience of truly claiming our sovereignty. So this new knowingness comes in to the human psyche, and we see the game that is necessary to play out. And there will be people who choose to die. And there will be those that choose to awaken. And many are awakening now to the confusion. But just know that the confusion is part of the tactics. You know it. It's to make you see. It's helping you to awaken. And as you sit on your throne in this silent space, being nourished by the crystalline light and the oxygen, you allow your love to transmute the uncertainty, to dissolve it. And in its place, we become certain. We become certain of how powerful, how sovereign we are. And we can be certain of one thing. It's not about knowing what's going to happen, the end result. It's about certain that your divine self, your intuition, your knowingness will let you know, will guide you to do exactly the right thing at the right time. What is certain is your human ego and identity are going to surrender. How does that feel? To surrender to love and trust yourself to make exactly the right moves to get you through this time. Somebody's saying, hi, Barbara, and I don't know who it is. Thank you for joining. But as always, when we feel something outside and within, we must embrace it. We must allow ourselves this time to understand what is happening. And as always, oh, Vera. So there is nothing to do. We're all thinking, oh, how can we change the world? How can we bring down the government? It's all in hand. We don't have to know. It's happening. You and me, we just have to shine our light, enjoy each moment, dance and be happy. Yes, it might seem strange when all we hear is how people are dying with the virus, but believe me, death is a natural part of life, and it will keep on happening. And it is not the virus that is killing people. I urge people to do their own research. It is only people with chronic illness, elderly with weak immune systems, people who are taking medication, the ACE inhibitors, the statins and the blood pressure tablets, and the people who are breathing in excess carbon, as in cyanide poisoning. This is what's killing people. But do you hear about how we can live a better life, how we can eat better, how we can have less stress? No. So there is definitely an agenda, and this is the beginning. And yes, there's nothing for us to do except shine our light, and it is your light, your love, emanating that will touch others. They will awaken when they're ready. It is when you and me claim our freedom, because freedom is a state of being. It's not as if when there's no government, we will be free. No, we are free now. It's a declaration. You step out of the box, you step out of the game. Yes, I follow the rules because I honor other people who are scared of me infecting them if I don't wear my mask. But if I'm on my own, well, I won't wear it. So from uncertainty to certain. Be certain that you will know in each moment. You won't know now what you have to do tomorrow. You will know tomorrow at the particular time what to do. We have to learn to trust this. So it's all about loving ourselves so dearly, spending time with ourselves, trusting ourselves, our guidance, what's right for me and you and what's not. Nobody else ever can know what's good and right for you. So sitting here, deep within, imagining you're sitting on your throne, the sovereign being you are. Feeling safe, feeling well. Feeling excited at this time, because this is a great opportunity, an experience of a lifetime, to see how humanity shift consciousness, quantum leap into our true multi-dimensional functions. But first, we have to embrace Team Dog. And remember, they are not separate from us. We also have played the games. We've also been the tyrants and the murderers and the executioners. We've done it all. Horrible things. So we cannot point the finger. Maybe not in this lifetime, but another lifetime. But it's okay. There is no judgment. It's all about coming to this moment of realizing it is all a game. And we are multidimensional light beings. Having the opportunity now to embody divinity. Jesus did it. A few ascended masters also did it for a short while, and they all told us we can do greater things. But you have to believe it, you have to know it, you have to birth this exciting vibration of passion and desire to live a life of unity, of community, of harmony. And some people might say it might get a little boring. Well, it will certainly be different. But from our 6 senses we have now, I can promise you there are maybe 200 or more sensations to experience. And we can also experience how our thoughts, words, and deeds all manifest. So we are the creators. If we want to swim in a swimming pool, we have this desire, and we're walking. What will appear in front of us is a swimming pool. It's all possible. And this is where we're going. We're going into magic. And we are the magicians. So I feel we're coming to the end of this. So just take some more deep breaths into you. Just feeling how your body, mind, spirit, and aspects are harmonious in their oneness. That you are leading the identity of you into a new adventure. And you don't know how, and you don't know when. And that has to be the excitement. Trust. Feel it. Feel it within your tummy. How you can love and trust yourself so much that you will be all right. That your physical body is changing from carbon to crystalline. So eventually all your pains, illnesses, it's all changing, rejuvenating. Yes, it's time to go into magic. And it's important to keep this focus. Otherwise, it is easy to get sucked in or pulled in to the chaos and the uncertainty outside. But we're not going there, at least not for a while. It's good to feel, embrace, and transmute. So I'll leave you there to digest. You'll know if it's true. I love you. Be your magnificent self. And until soon again. Adios.